reason, our live stream has been acting a little foolish. And so just wanted to come on and see what was happening. So, did want to remind you all, if you have not yet registered, if you're in the New York area or anywhere close, don't forget Sex for the Saints is coming up. A sacred act, sensual and sensational. We're going to be having a 3-day conference thanks to our very own Bishop David Butler, Fullness of Joy Ministries in Queens, New York. So we will be there, and we hope that you will come out and be a part of this amazing conference. We're going to be talking about several things, and so we want you to be a part. Hey, darling, thank you so much for coming in. We are out here just trying our very best to see if this is going to do right. And look, it's got me frozen yet again. So I really needing to figure out what it is that is causing this. And so that's why I'm on. This really is a test, but I just wanted to see. I did read that HAPS is updating soon. Okay, thank you so much, daughter. But I feel like other people are able to use it with no problem, but it is what it is. I am on here just trying to see what I need to do. If there was some sort of setting or something like that that I could change, that would make it do better. I don't know an exact date. I can keep you posted. Absolutely. Thank you so much, daughter. Appreciate you so much. So, don't forget, Sex for the Saints, a sacred act, sensual and sensational, is going to be the weekend of the 12th, 13th, and 14th. And we're looking so forward to being in New York with Bishop David Butler. Love you, darling. So let me see if there is a different setting on here that I can fix or change so that it will help me, so that you all can also see us, because I'm not sure why it started acting up like this. It's been kind of horrible, actually. So let us see. Working with the camera. Boom and bang and pow. How about that? Hey, everybody. Love you guys. It looks like I'm moving now. But why wouldn't it let me move before? And so, hey, it is what it is. But thank you so much for joining, for being a part. I am Pastor Michelle. For those of you that don't know, marriagemakes3.com. And we're here for you every Tuesday through Thursday between 9:30-ish, almost 10-ish sometimes, Central Standard Times. And what we do is we come on and we give you tools and tips and information that is going to help you with your relationship. We know that God is all about the marriage relationship. He is the one that instituted it, and it has been an amazing ride so far. And each of you that are in relationships, you're wanting to come and be a part of what we do, because I believe it is going to help you. I believe it's going to enhance what you have with your mate already. And if you know one thing, you ought to know that marriage is something that does not stop. You don't get a watch, you don't get to retire, you don't get to arrive in marriage, because just when you thought you figured that lady out, right? Once you thought you figured out your wife, then she'll turn right back around. And now you realize that there's a whole nother person opening up to you. And so what you want to do, sirs, especially if you have not yet gotten a copy of Pastor G's book, it's an amazing book. It is called, and I asked him to write it. Oh, where did I stick it? Hold on, let me get it so I can show it to you guys. Here it is. It is called 26 Ways to Become a Trophy Husband. And I promise you, whether you're a man or a woman, this is going to help you. If you're a man, this is going to get you to that place where your wife is saying, you know what? I think I actually did choose the right one. And if you're a woman, and you're not married, this is going to help you to figure out what it is that you need to be looking for when you begin dating or thinking about marrying that particular one. Do you see these qualities? Are these some things that you're going to know for sure that this is inside of the gentleman that you have decided to be your beau? And if they aren't, what are we really doing with our lives? Now, those of you that know, Pastor G and I, he married me in 2007. right? And in 2007, he made me his wife, and I have been so excited ever since then because he has been an amazing husband. And I asked him to write this book. I asked him to either write a book or do a class or something. And this has been what has transpired. It'll get you on and pop in. Come on, right? Hey D, thank you for joining. And hello, whoever else that is on Facebook. I absolutely love watching you and Dad. Thank you so much, darling. This is his book, bit.ly/trophy man. And this is going to get you together. I promise you that, because every time he comes at me, he always brings something new and exciting. I'm always learning new things about my husband. And he has a way of making me feel cherished. And I told him that that's the one thing that had always been missing when I had been married before. I knew I was loved. And things go awry, and so it is what it is. You have to roll with the punches. And so when he began to treat me in certain ways, some things that I had never thought, we would be going on a long trip, and he would turn to me and he would say, honey, and I'd be like, huh? What are you thinking? I'm like, what was I thinking? And then I had to consider it. And then I was able to have a conversation with him. Is it easy for you to be a husband? I'm sure it's not. But guess what? You do have an opportunity to get better. And every one of us, we know that the enemy of good is better and the enemy of better is best. It is what it is. I didn't write it, y'all. I'm just in here. I just work for the man. Okay. I work for God. He is my boss, and he lets us know that there are deeper levels and higher heights with any relationship that we have. And the one that we need to be nurturing the absolute most is that relationship with the husband and the wife. If you all did not know it, you all realize that your kids, after they have grown up, that they're going to leave you, that they are going to leave your home. They are going to find a mate of their own. They're going to marry and go and live in their own space. And so now you have to deal with, who is this person that I'm sitting next to, that I'm married to? Who is this person in my house? Who is this person that we eating meals, and now I have to deal with, I have to interact, I have to talk. And a lot of us, what we do is we make our children, we make them our spouses in a way, because we make them our besties. We throw everything on them. We speak to them about all that's going on with our lives. And then we find out that, well, they have grown and now they're gone. And so now we feel lonely. We feel abandoned. We even at some points may feel rejected. And we ought not do that, because this is the way that God intended this thing to go from the very beginning, that we would grow up. He said that a man will grow up. He will leave his family and cleave. When a man grows, he leaves his mother and his father, and he cleaves, he holds on to, he sticks like glue to his wife. And that's the way that it's supposed to be. Are you dealing with in-law issues where, he was a mama's boy and mama just don't want to let go? Listen, there's some things that we can do. There's some issues that will come up, that if you have the right tools, if you have the right channels that you can attach yourself to, then guess what? You'll be able to overcome every one of those challenges. Let's say Amber Dawn says, well, I'll cleave to my husband, but I'm always call Mississippi one of my homes. Amen. We're not saying that you have to let go of your family. No, that's not scriptural. That's not Bible. But we do have to remember that the marriage relationship becomes paramount above every other, whether it's mother and father or a child or siblings, whomever it is. We have to recognize that God put this thing into place for a reason. He brought together a family unit. And so after that family unit is split, it's split because now you are becoming fruitful and multiplying. And now there's two households instead of one. Y'all see how that works? And so God wants us to take over the earth. He wants us to be fruitful, to multiply. And that's not only with making babies, because I know some of y'all think that the whole purpose that you're here is to make babies and you're gonna make them all. That's not how any of this works. You can leave some for some other people. Absolutely. And so, what I need you to know though is fruitfulness is not only giving birth to children, fruitfulness is also giving birth to ideas and creativity, giving birth to other people, telling them how to do certain things, business and education. All of those parts are places of fruitfulness, not only having physical children. Okay. You know how some don't know how to leave? Yes, yes, I do. And so you have to do like the eagle. You make it a little bit more uncomfortable, right? The eagle mama, what she does is at first, mom and dad continue to bring food back and forth to that baby, right? And now at a certain point, the baby starts to get bigger than even the father. And what happens is they start coming back to the nest less. They start saying, okay, you're going to get a little bit hungry. You're going to want something more than what I'm going to give you. And so at some point or another, that baby eagle has to begin to develop itself. It begins to grow its wings. It begins to leave a little bit and come back to the nest because there's security there. We understand there's a secure place when you are being nurtured by a parent. And that's great. That's how it's supposed to go. But at a certain point, you're going to have to pull away. You're going to have to find that other person that is your equal and opposite of, so that you all can begin a whole new life together. And so, no matter what stage of life that you're in, whether you are in the spring, the summer, the fall, or the winter, there's something for you and for your marriage. And if you are out here, my auntie, we have an aunt, y'all. She's a part of the Love Seat, which is our group on Facebook. And our auntie got married. I think she was 72 or something like that. And her beau was like 80. Right. And so it's never too late. We just dropped in there last week where there was a woman that she's had her first child. I believe they said that she was 70 years old. Right. And so it's never too late with God. We have to trust him with everything that's in us and know that God will do just what he has spoken. He is a on time God, and he's not a man that he would lie. And I know that's a problem with some of us, is that we have dealt with men, physical human beings that have lied to us. And so our how we trust people, sometimes it's a little hard for us to trust because of the fact that we have been dropped at some point or another. Just like Mephibosheth, he was dropped. And when the nursemaid was trying to get him to put him someplace safe, even though they didn't do it on purpose, she dropped him and he became lame. And so you know that in the Old Test time, when a person was lame, they were looked down upon. They were not the upper echelon of society. And so we have to know that even when someone drops us, that God still has a plan and a purpose for us. We realize that Mephibosheth, as he grew older, that David the king said, I'm looking for someone in Jonathan's house that I can bless. Someone in Jonathan's house that I can be of some help to. And they found Mephibosheth, and God allowed him to now come into the king's house to be a part of the king's table. And so I want you to be encouraged that even if someone dropped you, that God still has a plan, that you are not forgotten about, that you are not insignificant, that God has something right there and he's waiting to get it to you. We just have to trust him in the process. Let's see, Amber Don said helping him to be organized, help his music business and vice versa. Not always babies. Yes, ma'am, exactly. There's some other places, there's things that we need to do when we're talking about being in relationship. So this is 26 ways to become a trophy husband. My sweet husband, Pastor Gregory Dale Mastella, I call him the Great. He wrote this book, and it has been such a blessing to so many already. And let me just tell you really quickly while we're in here what is encompassed inside of the contents of the book. And it is to appreciate it all. It goes by the alphabet. Did I tell y'all that? By the alphabet. Appreciate her, boost her, compliment her, dream date, engage her, fight to forgive, goose her, hold her hand, intimacy, joke with her, kiss her all over. Oh, wait. Lead, listen, and love, master massages, naked and unashamed, open up, priest, protector, provider, questions, romance her, say it, tame that mane, unisex, value her, WORDS, express yourself. Your model may differ. Zerbert. And then he goes into the conclusion. And I promise you that this is going to be one of those books that's going to be a part of your arsenal. Gentlemen, you need this, to put this in your repertoire, because I promise you, the husband that Gregory Dale is to me, I wish I could clone him and let some other people in my life that I know that deserves a good, godly husband, someone that's going to help them, that's not going to try to make them dummy themselves down to be with them. I would do it. I would do it for them, and I would do it for you. So listen, go on over, find your copy. This is 26 Ways to Become a Trophy Husband. You can find it at bit.ly/trophy man. All right. So just wanted to let you know about that. And don't forget, Sex for the Saints, a Sacred Act, will be in New York on November the 12th, 13th, and the 14th. We'll be there at Fullness of Joy Ministries with Bishop David Butler. It's going to be in-house, so come on. We got several sessions planned. We have sessions planned for the general, for both. We're going to have some breakout sessions where we're with the marrieds and the singles, and we're also going to have some male-female breakouts. They're going to feed you, right? And listen, if you are on the VIP list, what you're going to get is the t-shirt, Sacred Sex for the Saints. You're also going to get a copy of our book, which is Erogenous Zones, Exploring Marital Intimacy, is going to come in your package. And then you're also going to receive some time where you can sit down with Pastor G and myself, and then you can pick our brains. What is it going on in your life? What's going on in your relationship? What is it that you would like to know? Some questions that you might want to ask. We're going to be there for you, but you got to have that VIP. And one thing that I know, that VIP, y'all, that one right there is going to get you into places that you didn't know that you needed to be in. So always, always, always get the best that you can get. I promise you. Someone said lots of goodies. Yes. And listen, if you can't be there in person, that's also okay. Bishop has made it available via Zoom. So you all will be able to come in and be able to be a part of this amazing conference. And I really believe that it's going to be great. We had an interview on Life, is a Roku channel. I cannot remember the name of the channel, but the gentleman that interviewed us, he did such an amazing job. And we really, really, really know that there are those people, especially those of us in Christendom. Y'all, we have been sold a bill of goods that is not really what's really happening. Do y'all know that there are so many of us that we have learned some things in the wrong places, in the wrong spaces, with the wrong people? And so what we come to do is we come to educate you. We come to give you the information that's going to help you in your relationship. It doesn't make sense for you to be in church every Sunday, and then on the way to church and on the way back home in the car, the two of you are fighting and carrying on as though it's WWE, World Wrestling Federation, WWF. I know they changed it, no, they changed it to entertainment, right? Amen. She said, need your autograph on them books. Amen. If you're there, they'll be autographed if that is your desire. Absolutely. So please, ma'am, please, sir, don't forget the flyer is there. I'm going to leave it back up again for you, and I'm going to change the name of this so it's not a test anymore. Last night we were not able to use the platform. I don't know what was going on, but thank God that it is working tonight. And hopefully when we come on later between 9:30 and 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Pastor G and I, hashtag GD and me, for marriagemakes3.com, that we'll be on again tonight. And we've got some amazing things for you. We're going to be laughing again tonight like we did on Tuesday night. All right. So come on in and be a part. Again, I'm Pastor Michelle. I'm a spiritual relationship counselor. I am a veteran of the United States Air Force, your go-to for all things relationship, before I do, after I do, and everywhere in between. We'll see you guys tonight. The Lord bless you. And don't forget, go and get you that 26 ways to become a trophy husband. bit.ly/trophy man is going to bless you. All right. Love you all.